Hello, welcome to Buying on a Budget. My name is Fei. Today I'm going to review another budget option really. A Steadicam from China that is actually has been reviewed and suggested by several YouTubers, and my friend just purchased it, and I decided want to compare this $40 something Steadicam versus my G9 with 20 to 60mm Leica, penny Leica lens setup to see how they perform and what's the IBIS and or dual IS versus a proper Steadicam. So of course I know it's clickbaity and the title, yeah, intentionally I just make it clickbaity, but I think it's interesting to see because the IBIS or dual IS has been improved quite a lot, but how does it really compare versus a cheap proper Steadicam? So I'm interested to see, and my friend behind is setting up the Steadicam, and the first thing you will notice that you have to set up for quite some time, and you have to use some proper technique for the Steadicam. So this time we have the YeLanGu, I'm not sure if I pronounced that correctly, S60N, and there is a S60T version which is a little bit more expensive using carbon fiber, but it's pretty much the same result I assume. So let's just get into the result. So here it is, the first clip where I walk following him, and it seems alright with this dual IS. It's actually pretty good and rather stable, and I have to remind you that the wind that day was very heavy, so my friend said that it actually influenced the performance of the Steadicam. As you can see here, the wind constantly blow onto the Steadicam, but other than that it still looks kind of smooth, although it's blowing by the wind. Here is a walking sideways, me shooting my friends, and it actually looks pretty good because our movement was very controlled there, nothing special. And the Steadicam as well, the $50 Steadicam, and my dad, we actually have the VR on. We forgot to turn that off, very sorry about that, but we have another footage later that has VR off, and another walking sideways here, but a little bit faster with some bumpy road. Still pretty good here. And let's look at this. It's actually really good, especially with the lens stabilization. It's actually cinematic feeling, and we walking straight and with a very low angle here. And the G9 is having a little bit issue here. It's a little bit shaky. Let's look at the Steadicam. It's still not too good since the situation is very actually difficult in my opinion. So this is 360-degree walking around him, and with the wind you can hear a little bit blowing sound, but still it's pretty good. In my opinion, the G9 is actually keeping up the dual IS. The dog there is coming at us, but doesn't matter. So let's look at this. Walking around, it actually shines here. The Steadicam is so much better than the dual IS with the $50 price tag. And walking upstairs, and the dual IS with such low speed is actually not bad. A little bit bumpy at the end, but still okay, alright. And the Steadicam is really good here and performs so good. So I think in normal situation the dual IS is okay, but the Steadicam with lens stabilization is perfect in some more challenging situation. Here walking downstairs, and it looks pretty good in my opinion. In a 24 full frame equivalent. And one thing, you can look at this, dual IS actually cannot perform as good since the dual IS just won't work as great. But look at this, it's actually a bit better. If the wind was not there, I would imagine it's much more better. And this is the optimal situation with a wide, very wide angle lens with VR on. So you can see it's very smooth, and even while running, the shot was so smooth and a little bit jumping. And this is the no VR on, no lens stabilization, and for the Nikon, but still dual IS. And my friend said this is not very good clip since he did not practice that much at that time, so a little bit shaky, and me walking backward and my friend walking forward to me, and I have to look at the road, so it's a little bit bumpy for this footage. And let's look at the other footage. He said it's quite good in this clip actually, and I thought it was alright, but I think it's still not perfect. It can get even better, but that's the result we got here. And so in conclusion, with proper focal length, the Steadicam is actually pretty good, and you can see some running shots, some more difficult situation, for example running around circle, walking upstairs, running and walking downstairs. In these situations the Steadicam shines, while the dual IS is actually pretty good, because when you have a more controlled movement, it actually really can emulate the look of a Steadicam. So I think the dual IS actually improves a lot, but in the running or walking upstairs, downstairs or circle is a little bit tricky for the users. But speaking of this, I think the dual IS is a much more lower bar for you to control in terms of technical, but the Steadicam, you have to set it up, you have to get used to it, you have to be mindful of the wind. And you can look at the clip, the wind was so heavy, and it actually influenced the performance more than my camera, since I don't have so much thing for the wind to blow. But I think that's pretty much. The Steadicam can work in certain situations, with especially with lens IS on. With no lens IS or VR, it's still fine, but it might be a little bit tricky. So I think it's optimal to stack them. So the price for the Steadicam is really cheap, so you can go ahead, buy one and try. But remember, if you're using the Steadicam, you cannot manual focus, you have to trust the autofocus, or just follow the distance closely, nicely, detailedly. Dual IS is a much more convenient and compact and easier way to control, in my opinion, and you can use it, turn it around to vlog. But your Steadicam is hard to vlog, right? I'm not sure, because you don't have flip screen in the D70 500. So that's it pretty much. Dual IS versus Steadicam. Different things have different situation for them to use. The camera is set up is 2500 for my G9 plus my Leica kit lens, but it's just not for only for the dual IS. It is also for the maybe the 4K video that you're actually seeing right now, and the burst rate, the image quality, optical quality. And the Steadicam is just a Steadicam, but it's a good tool, absolutely good tool if your camera does not have stabilization, and or you want some really smooth action in some extreme or more challenging scene or action there. So that's it pretty much. I hope you enjoy the video. I know the comparison is not perfect since the VR was on there, and my friend did not get enough practice, and he went back to Taiwan to continue his education, his college right now. So I guess we did not have enough time, and we tried our best. So keep me updated, or comment, tell me what you think about this tool, or is it worth it, and what is your opinion on a cheap Steadicam. It's actually rather well built and useful. So that's it really pretty much. Please subscribe, comment, and see you next time on this buying on a budget, to help you buy some more affordable things. Bye.